that's a good basketball team that we beat. I thought we defended them well to hold them. They were making 12 threes a game to hold them to 6. We did a really, really good job there. That's something we worked on for the past couple of days in preparation for this game. They were averaging close to 80 points, holding to 68 and then to 41% from the field. I thought our defense was really good. And I thought we made plays down the stretch. We made toughness plays. Down 3, Mo makes a hard drive, strong finish through contact and gets a 3-point play. We were able to get a couple stops. And then John made a big-time shot. Before that, Femi contested a 3 from the top of the key. We were able to get the rebound, come down to set that play up for John, where he made that shot. And then at the end, Femi did a great job on Cummings and was able to get a deflection, a block shot, and we came up with it. And so, again, big-time win for us. It's good to be on this side of it, and got to be ready to move forward.
Jeff, in the days leading up to this game, you talked about your all's defensive preparation there. What's given Colgate's reliance on threes, what specifically, as related to perimeter defense, did you guys focus on?
Yeah, it was 4 areas. The first one was transition. We really wanted to make sure we found guys in transition. And watching them, they got a lot of threes in transition. The second thing was that we wanted to contain penetration. That's another way they got a lot. They moved the basketball and they assisted. I think they were averaging about 18 assists a game, one of the tops in the country. So we really wanted to contain penetration. The third thing was ball screen defense. We really wanted to do a good job there of making sure we're connected and we have our rotations down. And then the very last thing was offensive rebounds. They got threes off of offensive rebounds, which usually is one of the best times to get threes. And so I thought we did a pretty good job in all 4 of those areas tonight.
Do you draw a connection between the last 2 games and this one with the ending?
Well, I'm surprised they missed a 3 at the end with 1.1 seconds left. One of the things we talked about, with our team when we got back together after Virginia was almost. Like we've been a team, the past few games of almosts, and it's we almost got the rebound or we almost, whatever. And one of the things we talked about, we had to get past almost, and I thought we did that tonight at the under 4 timeout or whatever it was, one of those timeouts. That's all we talked about. Like almost, we got to beat almost. We're tired of almost, and the guys went out there and did that. We talked about Mo's 3-point play and all the plays that I talked about. Like guys stepped up and made big time plays for us, and we were able to pull one out today.
At your timeouts, could you tell that they were determined not to let this game get away?
Yeah, I could tell it all game, and the thing that one of the things that I'm really proud of with this team, and I really admire with what we've been through, and especially the last couple of games, how we've lost, how they've continued to get off the mat. When we lost to Minnesota, that preparation for Virginia was a couple of the best days that we had. The day before we played, on Thursday before we left to fly there, I thought it was one of our best practices. And I don't think there was a coincidence with how we played. And I admire that because you just lost a heartbreaker. And then to go through what we went through there and to come back, and then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, like we had really good attitudes. Just really good practices. And it's good for them to be rewarded with a win and to be able to fight through and earn a win, in the fashion that we did tonight.
Jeff, where do you think that maturity comes from with this team? Is part of it age? Is some of it just having more leadership this year? Is some of it just how these guys are built?
I just think it's experience. We are an inexperienced team together that's having to go through difficult times. And, sometimes you have to go through it. Sometimes you have to go through the valley. And we've been through it. And I'm not saying we're out of it, but we're figuring out how to climb out of it. I think we have a better understanding collectively as a group how much we need each other. That's something that we've been talking about really since I took the job here. And just the toughness, just the determination. And again, it's when you keep getting up, man, like when you keep getting gut punch like we have, it's easy to fracture. And this group so far has stayed together, and if we continue to do that, I've said this, then I think we'll start to turn the corner. And tonight was a big step, I think, for us with that.
Coach, was Oda Cali not in the starting lineup due to health concerns, or was it more because he wanted to switch it up based on the previous games?
I thought we played well last game, and so we went with the same lineup.
Okay.
Can you speak to how Oni has stepped up in Fami's absence, offensively and defensively on Ellie Cummings today?
He's been terrific. I mean, he's been outstanding. And you know, for me, I'm not surprised, just because I know how he works, both on and off the court, in the classroom. You know, he's a really unbelievable kid, and he's worked on his game since he's been here, and he's gotten better. The guys have confidence in him. We have confidence in him. He has confidence in himself, and you know, he's all about Pitt. He's all about Pitt, and it's been really cool, you know, to watch him have some, you know, really good moments this year.
Is this the most you've played a walk-on in your career?
No, I started the walk-on at VCU. That started as a freshman after fourth and fifth game of the year, and he hit the shot to put us in the NCAA tournament.
When Will Jefferson stepped in the line with about like a second to go, and you were up, what was it, 2?
Yeah.
Did you have any thought about maybe missing that shot? And
Well, I called the timeout after he missed the first one, and that's what I wanted us to do, was to miss it. But when I told Will that, he looked like I had 4 heads, and he looked confused. And that's on me. We haven't practiced that situation. And one of the reasons I wanted to do it was because I figured they had a 3-point play from out of bounds. I knew they had no timeouts. I'm pretty sure they had a play that they could go to. But I don't, again, we haven't practiced that situation, so we didn't understand it. I was trying to tell him to miss it, but make sure you hit the rim. Once I saw the look on his face and the confusion, I just said, just go on and make it. Just go ahead and make it, and make sure, Mo, you're going to be on the ball, and let's just go from there.
Jeff, in the aftermath of the game like that, given how the previous 2 had gone, in the locker room, I mean, how much, if at all, could you, I don't know if it's relief, if it's excitement, if it's kind of all those things, how much could you sense that?
Yeah, I think it was probably more relief. I think they were tired, again, because we battled. I mean, this is a good team. And, you know, we battled, we fought, and, you know, there was excitement, but I do think there was relief that we, you know, actually pulled one out.
After John got his 4th foul, did you just kind of set it in your head at that point? You'll put him back in at the under 4, or did you kind of go back and forth on when you
I was
went
kind of
in?
going back and forth, just kind of feeling how the game was going, you know, how close we were, did we have a lead, where we were, because I knew we were going to need him to finish the game out. And the game didn't get too far away from us. We were right there, and you know, he was able to get a break, you know, but we need him more than 21 minutes. So hopefully this foul trouble will be a one-game thing.
When he gets into foul trouble like that, what do you tell him about approaching defense?
He still has to play defense. And he still has to play defense. You know, you can't play, but you have to be smart. You know, you have to be smart. I think his 4th foul came on a rotation, and he went for a shot fake and got in the air. You know, in those situations, he has to be smarter. You know, don't take the shot fake, just body up and go there. But you know, he's played with foul trouble before with us, and obviously he was able to play the last 4 minutes that way.
I mean, John was saying he's experienced going back to when he first started playing, but how much has he adjusted now in college to being someone who's more of a focus for the other team, who draws double teams sometimes? How does he seem to acclimate to that?
I think he's been okay. I think, you know, he was a good high school player, so he had to deal with it a little bit there. Certainly at this level is very different. You know, he doesn't have a lot of experience with it at all in college. You know, again, I've said this over. I look at John like a freshman all over again, and I thought he's handled it well. The other thing that he's handled really well is playing through physical. Like, teams are very, very physical with him. You know, how they hit him, foul him, all these different, like, they're very, very physical with him. And I think he's done a really good job of keeping his head throughout that.